Attention! The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has officially authorized new benefits that Medicare Advantage plans may include. To get the benefits you deserve, you can call the Medicare Coverage Helpline.
Hi, I'm Joe Namath. If you're on Medicare, this is important information. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline and they instantly looked up my coverage. In this one simple call, they offered to enroll me in a plan that includes rides to medical appointments, private home aides, doctors and nurses' visits by telephone, and even home-delivered meals. The plan also includes dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage, all at no additional cost.
Don't delay. Call to see if the new benefits are available in your area.
Call the number on your screen now. It's free.
Call 1-800-454-8810. That's 1-800-454-8810 now.
Fast-Paced Health now offers telehealth services from the comfort of your own home, from a smartphone or a tablet. Go to www.fastpacehealth.com, select telehealth services, select your state, and go through the simple registration process.
Hi, Garrett. Thanks for using Fast-Paced Telehealth Services. I'm Elizabeth, and I'll be your provider today.
They will see you for a number of urgent care complaints or medication refills. Go to www.fastpacehealth.com. Don't let a small problem become a big one.
Right now at 6:30, I'm breaking down the news. The governor takes new action against COVID-19 in the Commonwealth. All Kentuckians will be required to wear a mask in public starting at 5 p.m. tomorrow. The National Retail Federation called on the governors to require masks. How Kentucky businesses are responding to the governor's actions. And a new COVID-19 testing program right here in Lexington, focusing on the hard-hit minority communities. How they're hoping to stop the spread. Breaking down the news on this Thursday starts right now. Good evening, I'm Sam Dick. Welcome. This is Breaking Down the News on the CW Lexington, and thanks for staying local with us. Some pretty big news coming from Frankfort today. We'll break down the governor's executive order on requiring the mandatory wearing of masks in this state. That's in just a couple of minutes, but first, let's check in with Chris because we have had some pop-up storms out there.
Yeah, those storms again, Sam, knocking down some trees in Lexington for the third day in a row. Yet, here at the station for the third day in a row, we've only had just a couple sprinkles. Other parts of the city getting hit hard. We are seeing on our first alert radar right now a couple of spotty cells going up in northern Madison County. And guess what? We can see those from our sky cam, our tower cam as well. There you go. Those are teeny tiny, but they are beginning to blossom. 85 in Lexington, but it feels like 92 degrees courtesy of that high humidity. Stronger thunderstorms a little earlier in the Bluegrass area. That stuff giving way now to thunderstorms to our west. There you go with those two cells here in the northern parts of Madison County. That's what we were just looking at. They're not the biggest in the world, but they'll blow up and quickly start to die back down in a matter of a half hour or so. Farther to the south and southeast, that's a strong thunderstorm that is putting down a tremendous amount of rain across the southern half of Leslie County. Watch some of those creeks and streams to the south of Hayden. Overall, we're sandwiched in between two systems. Cold front to our northwest, that arrives for the day tomorrow. And off the southeastern seaboard, off the North Carolina coast, that is our brand new tropical storm, Faye. Faye is making history. We'll talk about history and when this cold front arrives. Sam and I come back here in about 15 minutes.
All right, sounds really interesting. Thank you, Chris. Kentuckians will be required to wear a mask whenever they are out in public starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. Governor Andy Beshear announcing that executive order earlier this evening. He also announced more than 300 new cases of COVID-19 in the state, and that pushes our total past 18,000. 4 more Kentuckians have died from the virus. The last 3 days have marked 3 of the worst single-day case totals in the state since the beginning of the pandemic back on March 6th. That increase has led to an executive order mandating masks in public. Nick Oliver is in Frankfort. He has details on today's order. It's our top story on Breaking Down the News.
This has been one of the more anticipated news conferences. The governor releasing statements and videos all week long talking about his concerns over jumps all across the country and right here in Kentucky. He started by saying we are still in this battle and it's not going away anytime soon, of course referencing increased cases over the past few days. He also talked about young people. He says they are seeing more cases in younger people, ages 0 to 39 are 40% of these current cases. Also referencing other states and the explosion of cases many are seeing. Now, of course, he would later then dive into mandates, including those masks. The governor signing an executive order that does start tomorrow at 5 p.m., mandating masks must be worn in the majority of public places. They say organizations have reached out, including the Retail Federation, requesting this order. The governor also calling on business owners to deny business to anyone refusing to wear that mask.
It's really going to come down to whether we let personal pride or some belief that we have liberty to spread this thing to others and therefore shouldn't have to wear something like this. It's all going to come down to whether we are willing to do it, whether we truly care about each other and our economy, and whether we're willing to put some personal feelings if we don't like wearing these. And I believe that's maybe 20% of people. If we can put those feelings aside and serve the greater good. And honestly, folks, in the midst of a worldwide health pandemic, wearing a mask makes a lot of sense.
The governor does say that this mandate will expire in 30 days. When also speaking about children, he says children 5 and under should not be expected to wear a mask. At the Capitol, Nick Oliver, WKYT.
Nick, thank you. Kentucky now joins a list of at least 22 other states with some version of a statewide mandatory mask order while in public. It includes neighboring states of Illinois, Virginia, and West Virginia. Right now, Ohio requires people in 7 counties to wear masks. That includes Cincinnati and the Dayton areas. Several cities in other states that are popular destinations also have public mask orders, and that includes Nashville, Pigeon Forge, and Myrtle Beach. During his announcement today, the governor said that in addition to protecting others, new research shows that wearing a mask can help protect the person wearing the mask from getting the virus, at least a little bit. I asked Lexington emergency room physician Dr. Ryan Stanton about that.
Yeah, we're actually seeing there wasn't a whole lot of research when COVID came around about mask wearing and protection. In fact, it was very weak at that point. Multiple research studies have come out with COVID showing how it decreases the potential spread as source control, but also decreasing that potential catching by the person wearing the mask. We thought it was just protecting you, for others from you. Well, we're actually seeing now with these masks that it actually protects you some as well. So a combination with the masks and distancing and hand washing is a good chance to actually keep these numbers down and keep things open and moving through 2020. We need to do this. In Kentucky, we've done a pretty good job keeping this curve relatively flat and manageable. But we also, at this point, want to keep moving forward with keeping stuff open, businesses functioning, people able to do things out and about. And this is a simple step. I mean, masks, blue states, red states, everybody's jumping on board with this right now, understanding that this isn't about politics. It's actually about healthcare and public safety.
Dr. Ryan Stanton, emergency physician here in Lexington. Many retail businesses in Kentucky support the wearing of masks, making it mandatory as long as there is some clear guidance. WKYT's Olivia Russell shows us how the rules are being seen in the retail community.
If you head out shopping, it seems you'll find a mixed bag when it comes to masks. While several shoppers are wearing them, there are still many who aren't. Retail was one of the first industries to reopen. As part of the guidelines, employees must wear masks, but it doesn't require shoppers to. That's why earlier this week, the National Retail Federation penned a letter to all governors across the country asking them to mandate masks in public. The Kentucky Retail Federation says it supports the use of masks, but it wants uniform and clear rules throughout the state for all stores. Steve McLean points out that even with limited capacity, there's still plenty of foot traffic coming in and out of the door. He says something as simple as masks could be the key to keeping Kentucky businesses open.
A mask enforcement is something that we can do as the public. That's something that we can control and not add to the burden of the employees and the businesses to have to monitor or enforce. So, that's something that we can do ourselves. That's something that's in our control.
And if you're out and about and don't have a mask, there are several Kentucky businesses that have capitalized on this opportunity and are either selling them or giving them away for free. In Lexington, Olivia Russell, WKYT.
And right now, there has not been a date set for retail stores to open to full capacity. A new COVID-19 testing program here in Lexington is focusing on the city's East End, a historically black neighborhood. We've seen this virus have a bigger impact among minority communities. Andrea Walker shows us what's different about this testing site.
Free COVID-19 testing is being offered today at Shiloh Baptist Church in Lexington. As you can see, folks are willing to wait in line for these tests. The goal of today's event is to try and curb the spread of the virus among two key demographics.
Good morning. I need your ID and your license.
Nearly half of the current COVID-19 cases in Lexington involve members of the Black and Hispanic communities. Local leaders chose Shiloh Baptist specifically in hopes that folks in these highly susceptible groups would feel more comfortable in their own community being tested. And if this morning's long line of cars is any indication, the location looks to be a hit.
Yeah, when I first seen it on the news this morning, I said, I'm going. So I got up and got dressed and came. I have grandkids, and I want to be healthy for them, and it's for myself as well, and the community.
One unique aspect about this site is that both drive-up and walk-up appointments are available. No appointment necessary. You will be asked for insurance before being tested, but organizers assure us the testing will be free either way. Now, testing ended at 1 o'clock today, but the site will be open again tomorrow from 2 to 8 and Saturday from 9 to 3. Now, if you're anything like me, you've heard a few horror stories about how uncomfortable these tests are, but I do have some good news. Everyone we spoke to who was leaving the event today said it wasn't as bad as they expected. In Lexington, Andrea Walker, WKYT.
Up next on Breaking Down the News, the governor says wearing a mask could help keep the state open. Coming up in the breakdown, we're hearing more about that from Governor Andy Beshear.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on Mix 94.5.
The Kentucky Lottery providing over $3 billion in grants and scholarships.
I have the drugs.
Where are they?
They're in my trunk.
If we don't deliver them, he's going to kill us.
I don't think you realize what happens when somebody like Nia goes down. You're under your death weapons. Drop it. He's not the only one who's going to be coming after you.
In the Dark, season finale, tonight at 9/8 Central, only on the CW.
Stay away from my client, or you will regret it. Well, you said we had to keep it cool. That was cool.
Burden of Truth. New episode tonight at 8/7 Central.
An HVAC system is a big investment. That's why Comfort Heating and Air offers free second opinions with the highest rated service in town. If you need a new system, get our 12-year no-hassle replacement warranty with payments as low as $89 a month. Call the Comfort Man.
I'm on my way. A message from Mr. Monopoly.
Hello! I'm so excited that the Kentucky Lottery wants me to give away part of my vast fortune for their new Monopoly Scratch game.
Play the new Monopoly Scratch-Off and win $250,000 instantly.
How many people live in Kentucky?
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. Many times, your injury was because of a defective product, and our team of product lawyers will bring a claim against the manufacturer. Other times, you need to file for Social Security. Finally, your employer could try to retaliate if you bring a claim, and our employment law team is ready to slap them back hard. You can count on us. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Now that we're out and about, come on over to the Burke Furniture Independence Day sale with huge savings throughout every department of our store, even mattresses. And for this sale, get 0% financing for 36 months. Incredible savings on quality furniture like Bernhardt, Craftmaster, and Flex Steel, up to 60% off. And with over 65,000 square feet of showroom, social distancing will not be a problem. Updating your style has never been more affordable at the Burke Furniture Independence Day sale, going on right now.
If you're looking for a career that is rewarding and always in style, start your training for a career in cosmetology at Barrett & Company. Classes are enrolling, so begin your journey into a fashion-forward career in cosmetology and call today and enroll in Barrett & Company.
Take the news with you on the WKYT News app, on your streaming device, and on your radio at News Radio 630 WLAP.
Welcome back. And as we've been telling you, Governor Beshear's executive order requiring masks in public goes into effect at 5 p.m. tomorrow. For tonight's breakdown, we're hearing more from the governor about why he says this is the way to keep the state from going back into an economic shutdown.
If we do this, and if we really do it, not just when we think other people are watching. I believe that we can keep restaurants open at 50%. I believe we can keep retail open at 50%. I believe that we can keep the things that we have opened up open. And if we do it, I think we've got a shot at sports that other states are worried about right now. But it's on us. It's on us. It's really going to come down to whether we let personal pride or some belief that we have liberty to spread this thing to others and therefore shouldn't have to wear something like this. It's all going to come down to whether we are willing to do it, whether we truly care about each other and our economy, and whether we're willing to put some personal feelings if we don't like wearing these. And I believe that's maybe 20% of people. If we can put those feelings aside and serve the greater good. And honestly, folks, in the midst of a worldwide health pandemic, wearing a mask makes a lot of sense. And is it too much to ask? I don't think so. So that's it, our future. Our future and what we can do in this state, how our economy rebounds, how safe our people are going to be, the health and the lives of Kentuckians, all depends on our ability to wear one of these. It's no longer voluntary, it's mandatory, and I'm willing to take whatever criticism comes with that. Understand that there are some exceptions. If you have a health condition where you can't do it, kids under 5 certainly don't have to do it. If you are alone in a single room, you don't have to do it. If you're just with your household in your house, you certainly don't have to do it. If you're exercising and 6 feet away from people, you don't have to do it. But if you're going to the grocery store, put one of these on and protect your fellow human being. I'd hope that we wouldn't have to get to a point where we mandated things. I'd hope that we'd all be willing to do the right thing. But I think that the amount of time that we've dealt with this, our anxiety, cabin fever, all of it's added up. But it's time to get serious. It's time to stop our escalation now. It's time to push these numbers back down to a manageable and reasonable plateau. And it's time to make sure that we're bringing in all these jobs we're talking about and stimulating the jobs we have while we are doing it.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Earlier in the day, kind of cleaning up the atmosphere across central Kentucky, but now early this evening, a few more boomers are beginning to develop. A live look from this is our rooftop cam, and that is showing a little thunderstorm that is on the Jessamine, Madison, Fayette County line. Got a couple of those that are down there. This is beginning to grow up a little bit. Got some thunder and lightning, so we'll continue to watch that. Quick moving storm developing over top of Wayne County and slow moving thunderstorms into Leslie County. Let's go up close and personal on this storm to the northwest of Richmond. That is beginning to drift just a little bit to the north. Notice that is not including downtown Richmond for the most part. It is just to the northwest, very close to the Valley View Ferry. And we'll see that lifting into southern parts of Fayette County. So if you're watching us down into, the Athens-Boonesboro exit here along the interstate, we'll keep an eye on that little cell. Chances are it's not going to hang out very long, but it's in the process of building up as of now. Farther to the southeast, this thunderstorm that has been nearly stationary for more than an hour into Leslie County, raining itself out. Here's the thunderstorm, Monticello. You're probably hearing the thunder. As of now, that is in the process of increasing. Chances are in the next 15, 20 minutes, it'll start to pulse right back down. Other thunderstorms, Louisville heading to the north into parts of Indiana. Here's the overall flow. You've got hazy, hot, humid weather across much of the eastern part of the country. Cold front to our northwest. That's a front that is in here tomorrow. Off the southeastern seaboard, there's a tropical system. We'll get to that in a moment. Cold front moves in tomorrow. A couple of thunderstorms, not all day, but it's a windy day. Winds early on out of the southwest, 10 to 20 miles an hour, shifting to the west late in the day. Temperatures are into the upper 80s. Your weekend forecast, your Saturday is mainly dry. I think we're mostly dry on Saturday. 85 feels better. Thunderstorms will be around on Sunday. Not all day stuff. Let's walk you through it. We'll even get you into that Sunday forecast that will include one more thunderstorm chance. Tomorrow, thunderstorms are scattered about the region. Temperatures spike up into the 80s, but humidity levels will start to come down. So tomorrow evening actually looks pretty nice for a lot of folks. Saturday looks really nice. 60s in the morning, 80s into the afternoon, mainly dry skies, and that lower humidity just makes it more comfortable. Into Saturday night and Sunday, here comes another system dropping in from the northwest. So
line of strong thunderstorms is possible on Sunday. We'll keep an eye on that. Look at the 5 o'clock Sunday temperatures because the models are seeing a little better shot for some rain. They're obviously going to lower the temperatures just a little bit. Off the southeastern seaboard, we mentioned this was history in the making. This is the earliest F-named storm that we've had on record in the Atlantic Basin. This is Tropical Storm Faye, and it is forecast to strengthen and continue as a tropical storm making landfall near New York City. A tropical storm heading to New York City in July. And it's the earliest F-named storm on record. So 2020 just keeps throwing things at us, Sam. 7-day forecast. It's actually going to throw some better weather at us Saturday and Monday. By the end of next week, we got the steamy numbers back in the 90s.
Ooh, I like that. I like the 80s.
Yeah, the 80s are going to be a good thing. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Chris.
You bet.
When we come back, another move that could shake up college athletics. Seems like this is happening every day, a report of this. Dave Baker explains next in the Sports Buzz.
Closed captioning on WKYT is sponsored by Cumberland Valley National Bank.
Good things come to those who wait, unless you use distinctive design remodeling to upgrade your home. Go from fine to fantastic faster than you may think. With this many finished products, what are you waiting for? Get your renovation finished faster with distinctive design remodeling.
We are in unprecedented times, and here at Comfort Master Heating and Air, we are doing everything we can to help. In your time of need, call us at Comfort Master Heating and Air.
Attention! The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has officially authorized new benefits that Medicare Advantage plans may include. To get the benefits you deserve, you can call the Medicare Coverage Helpline.
Hi, I'm Joe Namath. If you're on Medicare, this is important information. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline and they instantly looked up my coverage. In this one simple call, they offered to enroll me in a plan that includes rides to medical appointments, private home aides, doctors and nurses' visits by telephone, and even home-delivered meals. The plan also includes dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage, all at no additional cost.
Don't delay. Call to see if the new benefits are available in your area.
Call the number on your screen now. It's free.
Call 1-800-454-8810. That's 1-800-454-8810 now.
I had got a phone call from my ex-mother-in-law and that my daughter was in an accident. She had a traumatic brain injury. I knew that I needed a law firm to help me fight for her for the rest of her life. And some friends led me to Queener Law Office. They have backed me up and backed her up 100%. He will always and continue to fight for anyone that is his client, and I have full faith in that.
Before you see it anywhere else, you'll see it on WKYT's Twitter.
July 4th savings start now at PRAD. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic. Get a 50-inch 4K TV for free. Plus free local delivery. Plus up to 6 years low-interest financing with no money down. Finance $1,000 for as low as $19 a month. Upgrade your sleep with this Serta head and foot power base with massage. Was $14.99. Now just $4.99 with the purchase of any mattress set. Plus get a 32-inch LED TV free. Because nobody beats PRAD.
Dave, before the break, I said it seems like we're getting hit every day with some news that's not so good about college sports. What's the latest? What's going on?
And Sam, I think it's going to be coming fast and furious over the next week or so. Yesterday was the Ivy League that announced they wouldn't have fall sports, wouldn't start winter sports until at least January 1 of 2021. And within the last couple of hours comes word that the Big Ten has decided to play only fall sports against conference teams. So no out of conference competition. This would eliminate some long distance travel. Okay, you get that. But some Big Ten schools did want to play one non-conference game. So what you're looking at is a 10-game schedule. The Big Ten's potential decision to play only conference opponents would affect 36 scheduled opponents, 28 from the FBS, 8 from the FCS. And Sam, many people now believe that the SEC will follow suit. Close to the situation, I was told that this option had been on the table for a long time, but it hadn't been discussed for a while. Okay, big meeting about the SEC next week, Sam. I understand it's on Tuesday. Okay. This will be the first face-to-face meeting between the athletics directors since the outbreak of this pandemic. And it brings up an interesting point that Brian and I will talk about on the Sports Buzz Nightly at 7:30. Let's say the SEC, let's say they decide only to play conference games.
All right.
What happens to Kentucky Louisville? What happens to South Carolina Clemson? Those are games that are all in the footprint. What happens to Florida State, Georgia Tech, those traditional rivalry games? It's really an interesting question. We'll talk some more about that at 7:30. Also today, the ACC announcing that it will delay the start of its fall sports until September 2nd. Now, that won't affect football because the first league football game was scheduled to be Louisville and NC State on Wednesday night, September the 2nd. The ACC's decision to delay the fall season is the first by a Power 5 conference. The ACC's football schedule again begins on September 2nd when NC State visits Louisville. How about the new normal? If you're in business, you've had it, Sam. Whether you're interviewing people or not, you're just in Zooms and Skypes all day. How about Tom Leach, Shug McGahee, and Mark Stoops today? Obviously, the trio talked racing and the similarities between coaching and training. And Stoops, whether they play or not, liking how his team looks right now.
We have a very good football team. We have some things in place. We have some good experience. You're bringing Terry back. Really excited about this freshman group. I mean, we're going to continue to be physical. This group is big and they're strong, and we added some playmakers. So we're excited about the future.
And the first race at Keeneland to Maiden, nothing huge of that horse that went to the winner's circuit.
Has the advantage. United and Resolute still second. Down to the line, Fauci to win it.
2-year-old colt won by 1 length as the heavy favorite against 11 rivals. Fauci ran 5.5 furlongs on the turf in just under a minute. Tyler Gaffleone, the winning jock, 4:20 to win. I couldn't see for sure, but I didn't think Fauci was wearing a mask. And I'm not sure if a 1-length victory is proper social distancing, but to the winner goes the spoils. Brian Milam again joins me at 7:30 for Sports Buzz Nightly, Sam.
Thank you, Buzz. Have a good one.
All right, buddy. You too.
Ahead tonight on the CW Lexington, Family Feud for an hour, Burden of Truth at 8 and In the Dark at 9. On WKYT, let's check it out. Young Sheldon and the Unicorn, Mom at 9 and 9:30, NCIS Los Angeles at 10, and your news at 11.
While it's difficult to think about the death of a loved one, the caring people at the Lexington Cemetery, they still offer many spaces for traditional ground burial as well as mausoleum burial. And the Lexington Cemetery has operated its own on-site crematory since 1977. Lexington Cemetery offers many memorialization options, like the scattering garden and niches, and the memorial arbor for remembering those whose remains are elsewhere. Choose the beauty and dignity of the Lexington Cemetery and Crematory.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you can get more with a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan. We provide more than original Medicare. More plans, more options, more choices of doctors and hospitals. All at an affordable price. We offer plans with zero or low premiums and copays. Get more coverage with extra benefits like dental, vision, hearing, prescription drugs with free home delivery, plus free transportation to your doctor or pharmacy, and free over-the-counter items like vitamins, toothpaste, pain relievers, and much more. Plus, WellCare also gives more access to a large network of pharmacies and doctors. For more than 30 years, we focused on connecting members to the care and support you deserve. Get more from Medicare with WellCare. Call now. We can answer your questions and help you enroll over the phone. Call 1-866-561-9677.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on 98.1 The Bull.
I was on a shoot about 2 o'clock in Lexington, Christopher.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it just came down, but a mile later, around, gone, nothing.
There was nothing. Yeah. That's how these are. Look at what's blowing up right now on our radar picture. A couple of isolated thunderstorms trying to get out of Richmond into southern parts of Fayette County. Another blowing up into Clark County. Sam, we'll keep an eye on them.
All right. No, you will. Thanks for joining us. The guys here at 6:30. Take care and have a good night. See you later.
Bud's Gun Shop and Range has served many new firearm buyers, and as a courtesy to our customers and those who haven't shopped with us, we're providing a free gun safety class to anyone. For class times, visit budsgunshopky.com.
The Kentucky Blood Center wants to put some extra cash in your pocket this summer. Donate between May 30th and September 18th and be entered to win a weekly drawing for one of 2 $500 Visa gift cards. Help boost the blood supply. Visit kybloodcenter.org for details. Live local, give local.
Everyone should love where they live, and Ashton Grove Senior Living is making that even easier. Experience maintenance-free living and all-inclusive pricing in your own independent living cottage, some with horse farm views. At Ashton Grove, love where you live.
Now more than ever, it's important for every Kentuckian to be informed and connected.
Miren las noticias de hoy, de lunes a viernes, por WKYT.com y Facebook.
Sponsored by Hispanic Connections of Lexington.
Watch Kentucky Afield on Sundays, sponsored by Kurt Singer Sunrise Outfitters.
Hey, I'm Kyle Busch. Watch Toyota. Show them how it's done at Kentucky Speedway.
Your local Toyota dealers welcome back the Quaker State 400 July 12th. Get behind the wheel of a new Toyota, like the all-new, built in the USA Highlander with $1,000 customer cash. Or lease one for $299 a month. Get $1,500 customer cash on the legendary new 4Runner. Or $2,250 on a full-size Tundra.
Toyota's back to win it all.
Today, tomorrow, Toyota.
Take the news with you on the WKYT News app, on your streaming device, and on your radio at Real 1039.
Bud's Gun Shop and Range has served many new firearm buyers, and as a courtesy to our customers and those who haven't shopped with us, we're providing a free gun safety class to anyone. For class times, visit budsgunshopky.com.
Divorce Court, weekdays at 8 on the CW Lexington.